She tells you, I'm fine, but the silence that follows is deafening. It's a quiet so loud it fills the entire room, and you're left standing on the other side of canyon you have no idea how to cross. You can feel it. You know something's off, something's disconnected, but every time you ask, you get the same answer. Everything's fine. And you start questioning yourself. Did I do something? Say the wrong thing? Forget an anniversary? The frustration is maddening because you're trying to solve a problem you can't even see. But what if I told you that her silence isn't a wall? What if it's a map? What if that I'm fine is actually a coded message, pointing you directly to what she needs most in the relationship? In this video, we're going to decode what women really want in a relationship, but are often too afraid to say out loud. And we're not talking about flowers or fancy dinners. We're talking about the core pillars of connection that most guys are never taught. And the first unspoken truth is the one that could change everything, but it's the one most men get tragically wrong. The first thing she's silently screaming for isn't for you to solve her problems. It's for you to create a space where she can fall apart without being judged. More than anything, what she wants is to feel emotionally safe with you. Think about it. From a young age, so many women are taught to be easygoing, to not make waves, to just handle things. Expressing raw, unfiltered emotion, like fear, insecurity, or sadness, can feel like a huge risk. She might be afraid you'll call her too emotional, dramatic, or needy. Maybe past relationships have taught her that her vulnerability will just be used against her or shrugged off. Emotional safety is the foundation of a deep, lasting connection. It's the feeling that she can be 100% herself with you, flaws and all, and you won't just stick around, you'll actually pull her closer. It's the unspoken trust that you won't use her weaknesses against her or make fun of her fears. Oh, how do you build this? It starts with one simple shift in your mindset. Stop trying to be her hero and start trying to be her harbor. When she comes to you with a problem, your instinct is to fix it, to offer solutions, to jump into action. But most of the time, she isn't looking for a solution. She's looking for understanding. She's testing the waters just to see if it's safe to be vulnerable. When you leap into fix-it mode, what she hears is, your feelings are an inconvenience that we need to solve so we can move on. Instead, just listen. Practice active listening where your only goal is to understand her world. Turn off the TV, put down your phone, and look at her. Let her speak without jumping in. And when she's done, don't offer advice. Say the 6 most powerful words in a relationship. I can see why you feel that way. Or, that sounds incredibly hard. You're not necessarily agreeing, and you're not solving a thing. You are validating her experience. You're telling her, through your actions, this is a safe place for your feelings. You are safe with me. When a woman feels that deep sense of security, it opens the door to a level of intimacy that logic and solutions could never build. It's the foundation for everything else. The second unspoken need builds on the first, but it's where communication so often breaks down. She wants to feel heard, not managed. Let's play out a classic scene. She comes home from work, clearly upset. She lets out a huge sigh and says, I had such a stressful day. My boss is being impossible. The male, problem-solving brain immediately kicks into gear. You say, you should talk to HR, or why don't you just find another job? Or, okay, here's what you need to do tomorrow. You think you're helping. You think you're being the supportive partner, but her face just falls. The conversation dies, and you're left standing there wondering what you did wrong. You didn't listen, you managed. You treated her feelings like a broken process that needed a quick fix. What she was silently asking for was empathy. She wanted a teammate to sit in the dirt with her for a minute and just say, wow, that sounds exhausting. Tell me about it. She wants conversations that let her process how she feels, not just get a lecture on how to fix it. When you jump straight to solutions, you accidentally make her feel like her inner world isn't important. Like she's a problem to be solved, that if this happens over and over, she'll just stop bringing things up. She'll stop sharing because she knows it will just trigger another problem-solving session. She starts to feel like a burden. And that feeling is the slow poison of resentment in a relationship. The fix is surprisingly simple. Before you offer a single piece of advice, just ask this one question. Are you looking for solutions, or do you just need me to listen right now? 9 times out of 10, She just wants to be heard. She wants to know you're on her team, that you get where she's coming from, and that her feelings make sense. When a woman feels truly heard, it's a powerful form of intimacy. It tells her that you respect her for who she is, not just for what you can do for her. It's the difference between saying, "I'll fix this for you," and "we're in this together." One creates dependency. The other creates a real partnership. The third thing she's afraid to say is that for her, intimacy isn't just an event, it's the entire atmosphere of your relationship. A man often sees physical intimacy as something specific that happens in the bedroom. But for many women, the physical act is just the final expression of an emotional connection that's been building all day or even all week. That a woman's happiness is often closely tied to how connected she feels in her relationship. But she might not bring up what she wants or needs because of social taboos or fear of hurting your feelings. So instead, she just seems distant. What she secretly wants you to understand is that foreplay doesn't start an hour before bed. It started this morning when you thanked her for making the coffee. It continued when you sent a random text in the middle of the day just to say you were thinking of her. It builds when you get home, look her in the eyes, and ask about her day like you actually want to know. That a huge mistake is only showing this kind of affection when you want sex. That can make her feel used, like your affection is just a transaction to get what you want. But when kindness and appreciation are just part of your daily life, it creates an environment of trust and genuine desire. She wants to feel romanced and cherished. She wants to feel that you desire her, not just sex. And that feeling is built in the thousands of small, non-sexual moments you share. When that emotional connection is strong, the physical part becomes a natural and passionate extension of it. Many women are terrified to ask for more space or independence. They're afraid it'll be taken as a lack of love or a sign she's pulling away. They worry you'll see her girl's night out, her new hobby, or a weekend trip with friends as a rejection of you. But having that sense of autonomy is a huge predictor of relationship satisfaction, especially for women. A relationship isn't about two half people coming together to make one whole. It's about two whole people choosing to share their lives. And to stay a whole person, she has to keep nurturing her own identity, friendships, and passions. Championing her independence shows incredible strength and confidence in your relationship. It says, "I love you so much, and I trust our bond so completely that I want you to be the happiest, most vibrant version of yourself, even in the parts of your life that don't include me." When a woman feels that freedom to grow as an individual within the safety of a partnership, she doesn't pull away. She comes back to the relationship with more energy, more passion, and more love, because you're not just her partner. You're the guardian of her fullest self. So we've decoded the silence. It's about the need for a safe harbor, the plea to be truly heard, the craving for all-day connection, and the desire for her own space to grow. But in the end, none of this is about learning to read her mind. It's about creating a relationship where she feels safe enough to tell you what's on her mind, where her vulnerability is met with support, her voice is heard, and her independence is celebrated. Her silence isn't a weapon she's using against you. It's a symptom of an unmet need, a quiet cry for a deeper, more authentic connection. The real question isn't, what does she want? It's, am I creating the kind of relationship where she feels safe enough to tell me anything? If this resonated with you and you're ready to build a truly unbreakable relationship, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. And check out our next video on the 7 signs your relationship is stronger than you think, so you can recognize the powerful foundation you're already building.